What's going on, everybody? It's Katie from EO Fitness here. Today we're going to go over the dead bug. The dead bug is an amazing foundational core movement focusing mainly on anti-extension. We're looking at whether or not we can move the arms and the legs without moving the torso. I'm going to give you some cues and we'll look at some common mistakes. Enjoy. Okay, so let's look at the dead bug. We'll start by laying on the ground and placing our hands straight up towards the ceiling. One of the most important cues to think about when doing the dead bug is to drive the lower back down into the floor. So we'll gently curve the shoulders off the floor and drive the lower back down. There shouldn't be any space between the low back and the floor. From here, we'll reach the opposite hand and foot out and then come back to center. Only reach as far as you can while maintaining that proper pelvic and low back positioning. Once that becomes easy, feel free to progress these by reaching the arm and the leg farther away from you. Now let's look at some common mistakes. Common mistake number one is simply just not driving the low back down into the floor. This will decrease rectus and transverse abdominis recruitment. You can see here how there's a little bit of space between my low back and the floor. Instead, think about driving the ribs down into the belly button. Common mistake number two is very similar. Maybe you have that perfect positioning when in this static kind of neutral position, but then the second you start moving, you lose that tension. My regression for you would be either some isometric holds in that neutral position or simply just not reaching the arm and the leg out as far. If the coordination of these is too confusing when you first start out, just start with moving the feet. There's no need to add in the arms just yet. Get this movement down, and then once that's comfortable, you can feel free to add in the arms. And that is the dead bug.